There is a good saying, we need banking, we don't need banks. Bill Gates said that in 1994, and here we are 24 years later, still with the banks and fintechs secured its integral part in our financial world. So let's talk open banking. The foundation of open banking is the control that we as a consumers have. Previously, banks has this possession over our data, our information they have on us. And today, because of the regulations, banks are forced to lift the curtain and give access to this data to others, to payment providers, to third-party providers. The Second Payment Services Directive, or PSD2, have direct effects to payment industry. That means they help banks to adopt PSD2 regulations and adopt new technologies. There are three basics on it. First is a strong customer authentication, customer consent, and open APIs. To understand it easily, I'll give you an example. I want to study a new language. I am based in Latvia and I want to learn Dutch. So I search online and I find this perfect school with a package of 10 lessons I want to purchase. I click on it and I want to pay. So the online school gives me a choice to pay with the bank, with my bank. I go on the checkout page, I choose this package, I know how much I want to pay, I click on logo of my bank. What happened behind it? The online school and its connection provider, service provider, has integrated already with the banks in Latvia, many banks in Europe and so on, with a direct integration, where its Open API stands for. Then the online school sends the request to my bank to initiate the payment. What I see on my phone, I see the push notification from my bank asking me to authorize and approve this payment. So I click on it. That means that strong customer authentication is in place according to PSD2. So mobile phone, something that I have, and I can authorize the payment with the Face ID in a bank mobile application. Face ID is something that I have. So this solution is compliant with PSD2. So I just click on the payment, I confirm it, so I give my consent to pay the amount to the online school. The payment is done. So this example shows how the three pillars like Open API, user consent, and the strong customer authentication plays a great role in open banking. Banks safeguard our wealth. Our wealth in the meaning of information and funds. I see it as a parent and a child relationship, where banks are as a parent that we trust, that have control over us despite our age, and a fintech as a child willing to jump higher, run faster, innovate and create. But today this child is not small child anymore, it has grown to the young professional, let's say. And the collaboration between the bank as a parent and a fintech creates this new innovative products. We can say open banking, it is such a product. There is a tendency in open banking that goes global, not local. There are many talks and discussions in Americas, in Asia, in Europe and so on about open banking. In the countries such Japan, Singapore and the USA, the talks about the open banking initiative are market-led. And in countries like Europe, Hong Kong and Australia, it's more regulatory directed. In Europe, Berlin Group is a standards initiation and API framework, which helps banks to comply with PSD2 regulations, and the alternative in the UK is Open Banking Initiative Entity. With these two regulations, there are two licenses: Account Information License and Payment Initiation License. Let's look at another example. Let's say I own a company, online business and microfinancing, which means I give loans to the consumers. How does it work? For example, someone wants to take a loan. I provide an online form that the consumer needs to fill in to complete the name, surname, bank account, address, and so on. So previously, for me to verify this user, I need to ask them a passport, ID, bank statement, and so on. It could have taken days to do so. Today, with account information service, it can take seconds, minutes, so very short time. How does it work? My business is connected to the service provider who has account information service. And because they already have direct integration with the banks, I will ask my service provider to go to the consumer's bank and ask to verify the information I have received from the user. So my service provider will match the information that I have supplied with the bank's information that it's on the user. Like that, the verification of the user is done within the minutes. The next use case of account information in the same example is when this consumer wants to repay the loan. I want to receive this loan back, not from his mother or his girlfriend. I want to receive this loan back only from this user, from his bank account. So I want to make sure that money is paid from his bank account. I will ask my service provider, who holds the account information service license, to request the bank that the account belongs to this user before I receive the payment of the loan back to me. So only in this case scenario we can see two uses of account information service license. The next license we will talk is a payment initiation license. It's even much easier to understand. Let's say I am a web designer based in Spain, and I have my corporate client based in, let's say, Manchester in UK, and I need to make an order for them. Obviously, I need to get the money for me, and I'm a bit worried how I'm based in Spain will get money from the UK bank. Easy again. My service provider has a payment initiation service license with the banks in UK. They have direct integration with the banks in UK. So what my corporate client will see on my checkout page? They will see a choice of the banks, UK banks. The corporate client will choose his bank, click on it, and then customer strong authentication in place. With my customer consent, he will confirm that payment is authorized and he is willing to pay these funds to me. The bank will initiate the payment. I'll receive the money almost instantly. So I don't need to go open bank account in UK to receive the money in UK. So this scheme can work not only in a setup of Spain or UK. It can be anything in Europe. It can be Norway and Denmark. It can be Italy and England. It doesn't matter. Open banking is not limited to any schemes like SEPA, faster payments, and so on. It's all included in open banking already. Open banking is a kind of new trend on the market. There are regulations to comply with, but there is still enough freedom to create the innovative product. So are we there yet? Definitely not. There's so much more to learn, to explore. We can say that today open banking is like a toddler who is still learning to obey the rules, how to develop, how to walk, how to talk. So we're very beginning of our journey. There are new initiatives. The open banking already flowing to open finance, where we will control our data when we want it and when we allowed to do so. I will finish today with another saying: compete and be incrementally better, collaborate and be exponentially better.